aka I leave additional information about this show, Arts, Custom, Everything in Between, and my little karate show, which is on YouTube. Can be found on my website, eileenlittlecraft.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Wow. Okay, so I know that I missed last week. We had a little bit of a family emergency, and codes were involved. Yeah, that's right. Not only did the son have a code, but I got one over the weekend, and it was not kosher. Thankfully, it didn't last very long, so we are in the clear. Anyways, let's get down to some things really quick. Alrighty, guys. So, so I think that I'm up to date in the blog. I do gotta do some few adjustments on the website. So, and a video is coming up, an unboxing video for Dia & Co. I think that I've mentioned that I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my Stitch Fit box. Not 100% sure if I'm gonna continue that subscription. So we shall see. And so alright, so I'm gonna do one episode that I haven't done in a while, and it's kind of more of a venting / thing. It's Common Sense Isn't Common Anymore. I don't know what volume this is, so I'm just gonna put it like that. Just Common Sense Isn't Common Anymore. But first off, I would like to thank everybody in the United States, Sweden, Canada, and Germany. We have Hollywood, Florida, Asper, Virginia, South Lake, Texas, and I hope I'm pronouncing this, Rayon, Canada. It doesn't say the town or province for Germany or Sweden. So, but thank you though for everybody who was listening, and thank you to everyone who has been listening on SoundCloud. Yay! Thank you so very much. And just in general, you guys are awesome. You know, because the bulk of my listeners. Let me see how everything's going on. We got plays. All right. So we got the bulk. It looks like the bulk of it. Did they change? Oh, sources. Sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. Did they change the format? I'm like, no. Yes, YouTube is definitely the strongest thing here. Oh, Spotify coming in second. iHeart, and then my other, probably my website or Facebook page. And if you guys want to listen to it on my website, you know, it's eileenlittlecraft.com. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a scenario of what happened. I'm not gonna go into great detail about it, but I kind of feel like if you're a parent in general, or a parent of an autistic child, you could definitely relate, especially when we're going into a new school year. It's nerve-wracking because, especially a new school year or a new school, there's a lot of variables, and I know all parents in general have the same issue. We have to also think about other things, and you know, because of sensory problems or issues. So I'm not gonna say that, oh, we have it worse. No. It is what it is, and it's nerve-wracking. We have to deal with anxieties. Both types of parents definitely have to deal with anxiety, bullying. You know, and I know that, you know, parents with non-autistic children have the same issues. So, okay. So I'm going to speak from my truth and where I am as a parent of an autistic child, an autistic teenager. Let's get that out there. So we, as you guys know, we started high school and we're super excited. He's super excited about that. And I'm nervous about his teacher, I hope he likes her. I hope is the classroom going to be quiet enough for him? Okay, so we go in and we go to a meet and greet, and I am super nervous. I'm super anxious about what's going on. So I go in, but the first thing is first. All New York City parents, maybe even out-of-towners, what do I mean out-of-towners? Schools in general, parents from all across the nation, probably around the world, have to, fill out a contact form, and to get in touch with you. So all parents, every parent around the world probably can relate to this. You have to fill out a contact form. Okay, so the first thing that is the problem, they don't call me. They call my stepmother, and they call her, telling her, about the meet and greet. Mind you, they sent out one notice about the meet and greet. Desi has been going to school or whatever the case may be. Mind you, the school year here in New York City is very weird. Our children didn't even go to school a week. It hadn't been a week. Like, it was just really weird because we had so many days off during the month of September. So, okay, fine. So, you deal with it. But I kind of feel weird because it's like, they preach about how, consistency, keeping a schedule is really key and beneficial to the child, and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that's my little gripe there. But anyways, that's not the problem. All right, so they don't have my telephone number. They call her, and so she calls me, and she tells me what the phone call was about, and that supposedly they were trying, and I'm like doing air quotes like you can see here. They were trying to get in touch with me, but they couldn't, and they wanted to know whether or not if I was coming to the meet and greet. I have been speaking to the teacher because she was kind enough to give us an email address, which I have a bit of a gripe. I know that a lot of parents get a chance the first day of school, get their list, they get the email information, they get all that stuff before they get anything about what, like, I don't know, like maybe I feel, what did we get? We didn't even get like an official calendar. There was like a couple of days, and then it was no school, but I didn't realize that. I had to go look up I was like, wait a minute, isn't there a day off? Like, let me double check. Let me see what's going on, because we have woken him up and there was no school, and it was a big pain in the dickish that day. So anyways, as I was saying, because I'm trying to close this computer, my apologies, and let me get a sip of coffee up in here, and I gotta get going. This week has just been really crazy. Alright, so I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Probably should have woken up earlier, but I did, but I wasn't feeling well. I woke up earlier for the school day. Anyways, why can't I keep to one subject? Alright, so I get that. I'm a little upset about that. I go into the school, and the person still insists that they didn't have the number. And I'm like, I know that I filled it out, the information about what language you like to be spoken to, what language you like to have written language. Okay, but even before then, like I said, we didn't even really get an official calendar of sorts. I had to look it up, thank goodness, because we would have been like, okay, where's the bus? And that has happened to us before, so thank goodness. Then we finally get some information about the pipes, something about the pipes. We still got no school list, no name of the teacher. And then the weekend that he was off, then we get the list, then we get the name of the teacher and all this other stuff, and I'm like, Really, really. And then everything pretty much is picked clean because, we have one school charter, and I think Catholic schools start in August. Or I think I know for a fact that charter school starts in August, and then but I don't remember when Catholic school starts or other schools start. But I do know that regular school starts in September, and so we started in September, so we start a little later than charter schools, and they finished a little earlier. Anyway, so what happened was a lot of stores are picked clean. It's like they didn't. I feel like by the time that we get to where we need to get to, like, our shopping list, like they're so slow on the uptake on putting up the stock for us. So it's like, oh really, seriously? So anyways, we had that issue, and so I've been emailing the teacher or letting her know what's going on. So I emailed her and gave her our numbers again because I wanted to make sure that she had my number and also, the school. So she gave them to them. But like I said, the secretary insisted that there was no number there. So that was my first gripe. Okay. So my second problem during the day was I didn't really have anything to say to the meeting. It was the parent association group. And I'm sure that they have done a lovely, lovely job in our school, but I have not witnessed them personally or have been a part of them. I can't be a part of them because their scheduling does not match my scheduling, and therefore it has been, a little bit of an issue for me. We have had scheduling issues. When we were in our school, in the elementary school, they were not present. In the middle school, they were not present. So, and now in the high school, I kind of feel like I'm good. I'm good. So we meet everybody and trying to be nice, trying to be polite. They asked if anybody had any questions. They looked towards me, and the look that I received, and I the look kind of felt like, well, don't you have anything to say? And I was like, oh goddess. So of course, before I can wrangle myself in, because I don't know if the coffee didn't kick in, I actually was not prepared to meet the parent association group. I was there to meet the principal. I was there to meet the OT, PT. I was there to meet the dean, find out more about the rules and regulations of the school, what special activities are going to be coming up, how, motivation of the children, like what will the school year kind of entail in a general sense. And then, try and get more information from the teacher, what goes on in her classroom. No, the PTA just completely took over the first half of the meeting, and it was just a whirlwind of information that I kind of feel like at this time we knew that we were going to have to hear, but not at this particular moment. We weren't really, we were like thrown aback by this information, and therefore we just actually, David left first, and then I proceeded to leave, because it was just really, really, really bad. I was lucky enough to meet the teacher. She's a lovely woman, and I'm extremely happy that my son is in her classroom. We were able to meet, I believe, who was the OT. We didn't get to meet the PT, which I totally forgot to ask for, and apparently the speech person wasn't available. She was in a meeting. So I was like, okay, not a problem. So I have to figure out when can I meet that person. So I think it was a day or two after that fiasco. Well, before that, I was very rude to the PT person. I forgot who she was, if she was the treasurer or the secretary. Because I kind of feel like she put me on the spot, and the look she gave me kind of infuriated me. So I was just like, no, I have nothing to say at this time. I was really, I think, I was very, very nasty. And I heard somebody say, whoa. And I was like, I didn't hear you make a stink about when this other lady was saying, oh, can you raise, can y'all speak louder? Like, she was very, I kind of felt like, didn't put up too much of a stink for that, but she had a comment to say about what I had to say. And I kind of feel like that also, that little incident of a lady saying, oh, cool, can y'all speak louder? I was just like, I really at that point did not want to be there. I was very uncomfortable, and I wanted to move on from the situation, but I didn't know how, because everybody started talking about that particular situation, about what the future holds for our children. And I kind of felt like I was in the mindset of, I'm dealing with freshman year, I will deal with that. It's not, I kind of feel like that's not our time yet. Our time is how, this particular moment that we're not going to be able to get back. And I kind of feel like I was cheated out of something, and I was very upset and very, very angry about it. And I was told, basically kind of just let it go. But I don't know, like, I kind of feel like, I don't know if I should write the principal or the assistant principal a letter stating, hey, X, Y, and Z, because we were waiting for the principal to come in and introduce herself. Even though we know her, she is apparently the assistant principal from our old school. There's been some huge change in our school, so we're very lucky and fortunate to have her. And I felt really bad, because I know her personally. We worked all last year really hard with David, and she's kept an eye on him. Like, she does this with all her kids, and I'm so grateful to have a principal like that keeps an eye on your kid. Like, that is her own kid, and yeah, she is just tremendously amazing, and we are very, 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 very fortunate and lucky to have her. Like, amazing. So, my common sense about this whole thing is that I kind of felt like at that point where somebody, where everybody didn't seem like they were going to have a whatchamacallit, I kind of felt like she could have talked about the flyers that she handed out. She could have said, oh, well, if there's any topics throughout the year, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am here for you guys. I provide this. We talk about this. We talk about the future for our children whenever, so if you have a topic that you need, or would like to discuss, and maybe we can try and put together something so that the Board of Education can also help us as well. Please don't hesitate. I'm here for you guys. I just kind of felt like at that moment, the conversation just, wasn't the right timing. Like, I kind of felt like this was the wrong timing, and therefore we I felt like it was a very missed opportunity, for me and my family, because we did not get to sit down in the full meeting. Okay, so a day or two later, I have to go back to school because, as I said, I got a call saying that Des was sick. So I go back and I meet one of the older counselors that my son had, and therefore he, I asked her, "Are you his counselor this year?" She goes, "No, Dr. So and so is." And did you get to meet her? And before I can say anything, the secretary states, "Oh no, she left early." I was like, I had to hold my tongue. I was like, great. Are you kidding me? Like, I just felt like that was so unprofessional and so very extremely rude. And I know that, some people from the Board of Education, let's be honest, they are just some of them are not very nice. They have tenure, and they don't really they don't care, or they are just rude and crude and think that it's okay. At this point, I didn't say anything. And so I just said it quiet, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to engage. It did take a lot for me to hold my tongue in. But so I felt very disrespected at that point, and very angry and violated. Not violated, just I don't want to say violated. What's the word? Just disrespected and angered. Very angry. Disrespected and very angry. And it's just something where, it's, I don't know. I'll place the question off to you guys, place this question to you guys, or ask this question. Have you guys ever had something like this, whether you're a parent, just in general, of anyone, like whether you have special education, your child is special education, or in just a regular education. What would you have done in this situation? What would you have said? Would you still email the principal or assistant principal, letting them know what is the situation that's going on? Because part of me is like, just let it go. If it comes up again, then you'll say your piece in a very professional way, so you don't look like the crazy parent. Or should you just say something now, and don't let it blow over, like blow over, meaning that when they finally get to that point, where they're pushing those buttons again, you may want to explode at that point. So common sense is definitely not common, and I know this definitely well in the Board of Education, and so it's a little nerve-wracking, but so far so good. The school year seems to be okay. We finally got a calendar, which, the Board of Education does provide a calendar, so you got to look for it on the website. The bus people are amazing. We have had such great summer session and regular school year, so it's just been pretty good, pretty amazing this year, and so I can't complain about that. I know. There's always something for me to complain about, but I feel like common sense is uncommon. I think that since this was a meet and greet, I kind of felt like the topics could have been more light and airy. I kind of felt like, maybe somebody else could have stepped in and started talking about another topic. She could have said to, something along the lines of, we definitely we'll have to pick this up again. I didn't feel like this was something that was necessary, and I kind of felt like it was just something not a great topic for your first day, especially for a meet and greet. And it was just something that made my skin crawl, made me angry. It wasn't, I don't want to say disgusting, I just made me crawl, because I guess I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to think about negative things when I come into a situation very positively and full of excitement and wonder and bright-eyed and bushy-tail and nervous, because I really want to get along with everybody and in the school, and it is a new school year, and super excited to learn what everybody is about, what I kind of have a feeling that I know certain things already, but I don't want to assume, so I don't know, like, I kind of feel like, it is what it is, but anyway, so that's my Common Sense Isn't Common episode. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, or you can always email me your comments or questions. My email address is eileen@eileenlittlecrafter.com. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you either on a Friday or maybe a Saturday. I do owe you guys another podcast, and that one definitely will be a little bit more lighter of a topic. Apparently the spring/summer animes are pretty much over. that kind of we're leading into the fall, and we're getting some new fall anime, so I definitely would like to talk to you guys about that, and just a few other things, that I've been watching. I found some new shows on Netflix. I found some new shows, well, actually, some shows that, Crunchyroll. I haven't really been a lot on Funimation, but anyways, I will put that list together, and I will definitely come back with another podcast. Like I said, another unboxing this month's October Andia boxing, which is super super adorable. If you guys look me up on Instagram, it's Eileen _ the little crafter space or _ crafter. I have my couple of items there already for my fall wardrobe, so I'm super 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 duper excited about that. Anyway, let me end this here. I gotta get going. Alright, have a good one, guys. Bye for now.